Yes, it's time for another get-together as we listen to this week's selection of artists, which includes Tennessee Ernie Ford, Marty Robbins, and Hank Williams Jr. But to begin with, we have a Texan talent by the name of Buck Owens. Buck not only sings, but composes and plays a number of instruments as well, and he's backed by his own quartet called the Buckaroos, all of which has added up to a lot of greenback smackaroos when they turn out songs like
I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. I won't be much when you get through with me. Well, I'm a losing weight and I'm turning mighty pale. Looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Well, I thought the day I met you, you were meek as a lamb, just the kind to fit my dreams and plans. Now the pace we're living takes the wind from my sails, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. I won't be much when you get through with me. Well, I'm a losing weight and I'm turning mighty pale. Looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Where the bright lights are found, there ain't no way to slow you down. I'm about as helpless as a leaf in a gale, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. I won't be much when you get through with me. Well, I'm a losing weight and I'm turning mighty pale. Looks like I've got a tiger by the tail.
Yes, sirree, the man who's been the recipient of just about every award possible from the country music business, Buck Owens, and one of his many hit compositions, I've Got a Tiger by the Tail. And I've got four lovely ladies standing by ready to serenade us, namely the present-day Carter family. That is Mother May Bell, along with daughters Helen, June, and Anita.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by one desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Mother Maybelle on auto harp and her pretty trio of daughters, known as the Carter family, with The Ring of Fire. I've always found it interesting to compare new versions of songs with the old. And for those of you who have just been listening to Saturday Club, you probably heard Tom Jones singing The Green, Green Grass of Home. But country star Porter Wagner did it some time ago. So let's have a listen to The Wagner Way.
The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train. And there to meet me is my mama and papa. And down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they've all come to meet me, arms are reached, smiling sweetly. It's so good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walked with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I awake and look around me at these four gray walls that surround me, and I realize that I was only dreaming. For there's a garden, there's a sad old padre, arm in arm we'll walk at daybreak, when again I'll touch the green, green grass of home. They'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree, as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home.
Well, I like that version too. Porter Wagner and the Green, Green Grass of Home. Chet Atkins has often proclaimed that his style of playing has been influenced by Merle Travis. Now here's an opportunity to listen to Travis, who's done an LP of instrumentals with another great performer, namely Joe Maphis. They make a great sound on this Travis composition, Don't Let Your Deal Go Down. dead heat too, and their fingers never even lift their hands during that race. Joe Maphis, the man who plays a specially built double neck guitar, duetting with Merle Travis and the fabulous picking of Don't Let Your Deal Go Down. You know, it's not easy to follow in the footsteps of a famous father, but I think Hank Williams Jr. has managed to do it, judging by his growing popularity. Even though he's still in his teens, he's already traveled extensively doing concerts and cutting records.
Well, I ain't been home for so doggone long. I almost forgot where I come from. Ain't got no money, but I still ain't a bum. I guess I almost nearly, but not quite plumb. Back last summer down by the sea, I seen a pretty girl in a bikini. I snapped my finger, said, son of a gun, she's almost nearly, but not quite plumb. Some people wonder how I live. Sometimes I take, sometimes I give. People say I'm a bum, I'm almost nearly, but not quite plumb. I met a pretty girl up in Chicago. She said, honey, baby, I love you so. She begged me to stay and not follow my thumb. I did almost nearly, but not quite plumb. Friends ask me why I don't take a wife and settle down to a married life. They say it's good as most and it's better than some. I say it's almost nearly, but not quite plumb. Some people wonder how I live. Sometimes I take, sometimes I give. People say I'm a bum. I'm almost nearly, but not quite plumb. Just the other night out in Tucson, I had a little date with a great big blonde. I took her home. She said, didn't we have fun? Almost nearly, but not quite plumb. When it's time for the final date with old St. Pete at the pearly gates, they'll say, I hope you're ready for your time to come. I'll say I'm almost nearly, but not quite plumb. Some people wonder how I live. Sometimes I take, sometimes I give. People say that I'm a bum. I'm almost nearly, but not quite plumb.
Strange title, that. Almost Nearly But Not Quite Plumb by Hank Williams Jr. Over the last few years, we've seen the British country music scene growing more active via clubs, concerts, television, radio, and records. And that talented twosome, Mickey and Griff, have appeared in all these media with great success. On the record side, here they are with a song about to be released.
Crystal chandeliers light up the paintings on your wall. The marble statuettes are standing stately in the hall. But will the timely crowd that has you laughing loud help you dry your tears when the new wears off of your crystal chandeliers? I never did fit in too well with folks you knew, and it's plain to see that the likes of me don't fit with you. 'Cause you traded me for the gaiety of a well-to-do, and you turned away from the love I offered you. Oh yes, the crystal chandeliers light up the paintings on your wall. The marble statuettes are standing stately in the hall. But will the timely crowd that has you laughing loud help you dry your tears when the new wears off of your crystal chandeliers? I see your picture in the papers every day. You're the chosen girl of the social world, the stories say. But a paper smile only lasts a while, then fades away. And the love we knew will come home to you someday. Oh yes, the crystal chandeliers light up the paintings on your wall. The marble are standing stately in the hall. But will the timely crowd that has you laughing loud help you dry your tears when the new wears off of your crystal chandeliers? When the new wears off of your crystal chandeliers.
A favorite to some Mickey and Griff and the Crystal Chandelier. A name unfamiliar to this part of the world is that of Warner Mack. A preacher's son, he hails from the heartland of country music, Nashville, Tennessee. And he's had a number of songs that made the country music charts over there, including Sittin' on a Rock, Crying in a Creek.
Sitting on a rock, crying in a creek, watching all my tears float away. Well, I could drown my tears in that running old water, but I can't run your memory away. There hadn't been a day since I don't know when my mind hadn't been on you. And each little hurt keeps a getting bigger in spite of everything I do. Your old love letters are sitting on a stump, your picture hanging from a tree. Everything that reminds me of you, well, I've got it right here with me. Sitting on a rock, crying in a creek, watching all my tears float away. Well, I can drown my tears in that running old water, but I can't run your memory away. Well, I wish I had the troubles of that old fish I just seen swimming by. Why, he could shed enough tears to flood a river, and you couldn't even tell he cried. And every time your name is mentioned, my eyes get blurry and red. And it ain't long till I'm hiding from the world and right back where I've been. Sitting on a rock, crying in a creek, watching all my tears float away. Well, I can drown my tears in that running old water, but I can't run your memory away. Sitting on a rock, crying in a creek, but I can't run your memory away.
Boy, doesn't that move along. Warner Mack and Sitting on a Rock, Crying in a Creek. Stories of the American West in books, films, television, and records never seem to lose their popularity. In the case of books, westerns written before the turn of the century are still selling. And the same with gramophone records based on western folklore, including songs composed and sung by Marty Robbins, have proven to be big sellers as well.
To the town of Alfreel rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more, 1 and 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
A great, great story song there by Marty Robbins about the big iron on his hip. I don't think we've been fair to the female singers on our show today. I mean, we haven't heard enough songs from them. A situation we're about to rectify to the sweet. And not only that, but immediately in the shapely form of Gene Shepard. Say, Jeannie, got any suggestions what you'd like to do?
If you got the money, I've got the time. We'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll have a time. We'll make all the night spots, dance, romance, and dine. If you got the money, honey, I've got the time. Well, there ain't no use to tarry, so let's start out tonight. We'll spread joy, oh boy, and we'll spread it right. We'll have more fun, baby, all the way down the line. If you've got the money, honey, I've got the time. Well, if you got the money, I've got the time. We'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll have a time. Bring along your Cadillac, leave my old wreck behind. If you got the money, honey, I've got the time. Yes, we'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll be pleasure bent. I'll look like a million, but I won't have a cent. If you run short of money, I'll run short of time. 'Cause you with no more money, honey, I've no more time. If you got the money, I've got the time. We'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll have a time. We'll make all the night spots, dance, romance, and dine. If you got the money, honey, I've got the time.
My, talk about a materialistic lady. Jeannie Shepard, and if you've got the money, I've got the time. Seems like we've nearly used up all our time, but we're not going until we hear a song from that lovable character, Tennessee Ernie Ford, who made a number of songs famous, such as Shotgun Boogie, Mule Train, and 16 Tons. But right now, Tennessee Ernie has a rib tickler dedicated to infanticipating couples.
She just got home from the doctor. I just got home from the mill. She looked a little peaked. Her eyes were kind of streaked. I couldn't figure out what made her ill. She looked a little weepish, smile kind of sheepish. The answer hit me like a hickory maul. I throwed my dinner bucket down, yelled like the trailing hound. I was gonna be a daddy after all. Now the waiting, anticipating, rockabye, I'm gonna be a daddy now. Well, the weeks went by kinda sweetly. Then all at once I thought she lost her mind. She would rant, she'd rave for the things she would crave, like ice cream and sauerkraut combined. She wanted watermelon, it was wintertime. Dill pickles set around the house in jars. My house, she'd eat that stuff, she never seemed to get enough. And at 3 a.m. she'd want candy bars. Oh, the waiting, anticipating, rockabye, I'm gonna be a daddy now. Well, at last the time was drawing near. I began to walk and pace and sweat. The doctor said, now son, I know this ain't no fun, but we ain't never lost a daddy yet. I stood up and I sat down, I even thought of leaving town. The doctor and the nurse came out all grins. They said, buck up my boy, you should shout with joy. You're the daddy of a pair of bouncing twins. No more waiting, anticipating, rockabye, I'm a daddy now.
Tennessee Ernie Ford reviving a few memories for parents, old and new, with his Anticipation Blues. Well, looks like we've got to go, but we'll be around here next Saturday at high noon with music that we call country style. Be sure to join us, won't you? Goodbye for now.